Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we're going to go over what is small business. A lot of you here have contemplated going into business, and some of you already are small business owners. The thing about small business is there's a lot of perceptions out there about what small business is like, and especially a home business, one that operates from home. So tonight, firstly, initially, I am going to get you all to give me some thoughts on what you perceive to be a home business. What are the rewards and benefits? So I'm going to write up two parts here. Rewards and pitfalls of operating, say, a small business from home. So I want you to think now about what sort of rewards there are with business around things like time that you get when you're working from home. I want you to think about the sorts of rewards you can get from working from home and the benefits that you get. And I'm just trying to get what the general perceptions are for the public. So I'm going to go around the room first and try and find out what are the perceptions of small business. Now, Miriam, what are your perceptions of small business in regards to rewards, time?
You can do it in your pyjamas.
Pyjamas, rewards, PJs, right? And that is a pitfall at the same time, isn't it?
Why?
No. Okay, rewards. You can do it in your PJs. What else would you like, Karen?
You minimise travel.
Minimise travel. Yes. Minimise travel. I would say that also minimise your carbon footprint. Completely. Now, Charlotte, what do you think working from home and small business, what's wonderful about it?
It's more intimate, like for your clients, it's more intimate.
Yeah. And Jim, what sort of benefits are there from working from home?
You're your own boss.
Own boss.
You won't get sacked.
Not sacked. Includes bank manager.
No, he'll sack.
Sue.
You can work flexible hours.
Flexible hours.
And you can go on holiday whenever you want.
Holidays, whenever you want. Right.
Sounds good.
Well, most of the time. Well, let's
And Neville.
If you're married, you've got the important thing of watching the kids grow up.
Watching the
Being
kids
there
grow
when they come
up.
out from school. All those things. You know, if you're working hard, you miss out on that sort of thing. You're at work and the kids come home from school. And I'm not married with the kids, but I can see that it's being said and I see the point of it. You know, when I was a kid, Mum was always at home when we got home. I think sometimes kids miss it because they go astray a bit because there's no one to go home to, so they just go off and do their own thing. So that's my plug anyway.
Thank you very much, Neil. That was wonderful. Now we'll look at some of the pitfalls. Just the pitfalls from working from home. What you could perceive as pitfalls. Miriam, do you see any pitfalls from working from home?
You might not get out of bed. Even though you've got your pajamas on, you might not get going.
Yeah? Karen?
You have to keep your motivation very high because you do not have that peer pressure in the workplace.
Weird work hours.
What's the last one?
What was that one?
Weird work hours. I'll allude to that later on. Jim?
Another pitfall is stress. Stress between husband and wife. Because this meal is not cooked, or the house is not clean, or there's a hell of a shambles, there's books and God knows what's floating around. Stress.
So, a pitfall.
Never actually getting away from work. If you've got your work at your home, you may not be able to distinguish between home life and work life.
And Neville.
I think staying focused. I mean, you might get visitors sometimes and have a cup of tea, you know,
Yes.
waste time, but I think staying focused and giving yourself some time to relax.
And thanks very much, Neville. The reason why I did this was to get you start thinking about small business, and I'll come back to this. In 1997, I started to go out in business by myself. I had 0 clients, 0 money, and I had to go out there and work for myself. I had a part-time job with the New Zealand Army, the Territorial Force, which enabled me to have a bit of a break from work by going to Malaysia for 8 weeks with New Zealand Army. And I thank you if you were a taxpayer during that period. That was quite a good trip, and I learned a lot about people. Then when I came home, I had to go out and work hard. Today I've got 800 clients spread from Surrey in the UK to Tuatapere, and even in the Cardinal. So all those clients came from somewhere. The biggest thing I find with my clients, looking at starting up small businesses today, is looking at their mindset and motivation. Mindset and motivation cover a lot of things. They've got to be self-starters. A lot of my micro businesses work from home. Of those 800 clients, there's about 300 core businesses. And of those 300 core businesses, at least 250 would be working from home. So those people have had to start from somewhere, and they had to start from a position of motivation. Their mindsets have to be to the extent that they are self-starters. They have to get themselves up in the morning, arrange a family, and then get out there and work. The stereotypical home business ends up working harder and longer hours than a lot of business people or people who are salary and wage earners working from a particular premises. For example, an office in town or at a supermarket or such like. Because these people have to drag themselves out of bed, get everything in their home life squared and get out there and work. I'll give you an example of today with myself. I was up at 3 AM. This is the second day of a migration to a new server because I had a server at home and 2 workstations. So I had to get that server up and running. I allowed yesterday was all server work from 3 AM in the morning till just on 8 PM at night. Getting that server squared, and this morning from 3 AM to 6 I had to get it squared before I got the Banklink download for the day. Because it is Banklink Day, it's the first day of the month. So I had to get my business squared before 6 AM this morning. So we did that over a 27-hour period, getting it squared. At 6 AM I started work and getting preps of all the work that happened yesterday. There were just on 37 emails come in yesterday and 10 this morning that I had to attend to at 6 AM. At 7:45, one of my very good clients who I've had for a number of years comes in with his debtor's ledger that I have to turn into a set of statements. So I started work on his stuff at 7:45 this morning after getting this squared. I don't know when I had lunch. think it was 2 pieces of toast at 3 o'clock. I then left for Hokitika with this meeting tonight at 5 o'clock, but we went to Fat Pippi's for a bit of a break and were able to have a soup and relax. You can go to work in your PJs. Frequently I will start work at 3 a.m. in my PJs and then work till about 6 and have a shower. That way I don't wake up the rest of the house. And since I've been doing this since Charlotte was a baby, I've watched her grow up and I've been able to take time off to go to school, at her school assembly. I've had time off to go with her to school camps and such like. But I'll let you into a little secret. You still have to have that 12-hour period, that 12-hour day somewhere along the line. It means that if you go out on a school camp or if you go somewhere else, you've still got to put the hours in to get the sales to feed the family. Especially when you're starting from not buying a business. In other words, you're an entrepreneur, you go out there and start your business from scratch. I did things all the wrong way. What I should have done is go out there and get a board of advisors, a lot of mentors to assist me in doing my business. I should have got another accountant to advise me. Being a tax accountant myself, I should have got a mentor as another accountant. I should have had someone on the legal team at the same time. Someone from insurance, in the insurance industry that dealt with risk on my team. I should have had someone also that had been in small business and been there and done that. But instead, I did it all by myself. And it took me a while to get going, probably 2-3 years. And then I was only making minimal amounts. Today I'm on a 6-figure income. I got that 6-figure income through hard work and perseverance. If you look at a 6-figure income, if you try to emulate that today, in the type of industry I am in, you would have to do it a lot different. The impacts today are all around computing. The impacts today are all about automation of white-collar tasks. Hey, I'm doing a white-collar business. So therefore, I would have to learn about the digital environment from scratch. So what am I doing today? I've embarked on a learning experience in a digital environment. I'm getting the best brains in marketing in a digital sense. And I'm utilising some of that information at the moment in putting together things like YouTube clips, marketing, and use of social media. Why? Because these have direct application to my job. Today, I received 2 telephone calls on the landline, 57 emails, and 8 messages over Facebook Messenger from prospective clients who are giving me queries on Facebook, via Facebook. So it's all about social media today, the digital environment. I'm 54. I think this is a great challenge to take on at this age and still have that business intact. So we said about the rewards, minimising travel. My carbon footprint is incredible. My commute to work in the morning, consistently getting up, going to the little room first of course, and then to the kitchen, grabbing a coffee and moving into the office to do my meditation and my yoga and getting that squared away before I continue on with the rest of the day. I find that the mindset to be motivated needs to come from a position of complete, utter calmness. The motivation or mindset needs to continue during the day. You have no boss get on your back to motivate you. So you have to motivate yourself. And sometimes coming from a position of nothingness after a bit of prayer and meditation is a great way to go. Yes, there is supplements. I take supplements, which is, it might be a bit of a laugh to mixing up medication and meditation, but I take supplements like omega-3, B12, vitamin D, vitamin E, and such like, just to actually function at a higher level. Flexible hours, yes, but you have to still put in the hours, because the work I do today I get paid for next month. It's not like a wage job. You don't get paid at the end of the week. Sometimes you don't get paid at the end of the month. And sometimes what you get paid is not what you're expecting. Sometimes it's half of what you're expecting. And sometimes companies go into liquidation and owe you thousands. It's happened twice this year alone. I also have people who just up and leave, go tatas, that I have to write off. I think the write-offs are around $7,000 to $11,000 per annum currently. So you have to work hard. You do watch the kids grow up, but you don't necessarily get the holidays. I remember sitting with my employee, I've got an employee of course, who was sitting in my reception area while I was sitting on the Gold Coast up at 5 a.m. in the morning, Australian time, talking to him over Skype about what mail had come in Greymouth at that particular stage, and telling him what to do with that particular mail, getting him onto task, answering the answer phone, 2-hour Skype call, getting it squared away. Everybody else got up at 8 o'clock, and by that stage I finished the Skype call and everybody else was quite happy. But we were on holiday. But I couldn't be on holiday. I had to keep going. But I was flexible. Notice I used Skype and the technology of computers to actually keep up with that. So that digital environment is important. Not get out of bed. You can't do that in small business. If you don't get out of bed and motivate yourself to get out of bed, no one is going to pull you out of bed. And if you don't get out of bed, you don't get paid. If you don't get paid, you don't eat. If you don't eat, moving on now. Weird hours of work. Yeah, that's true. I've been doing some really weird hours of work in order to get the job done. You just got to do the business. Yeah? You've just got to do the business. Stress with husband and wife. Yeah, sure, there's a lot of that, but it can be solved. Meditation. Medication. Exercise. Going out to things like Toastmasters and getting out and about. You never leave the business? Well, I do lots of training as part of my business. And my training is never on the coast. It's frequently in Auckland. I've got 2 courses coming up in July where I've got to fly up to Auckland for that training. And that's going to be great. I'll also join a lot of online communities. And I have support and peer support from my professional peers. I joined a professional organisation and did that for a number of years, 6 years. Staying focused, number one thing, staying focused. Now let me summarise, people. Small business is not for the faint-hearted. Small business is there so you can eat. But it's also there and it gives you a lot of benefits through success. I'll leave you with this thought. That small business is the foundation of New Zealand's greatness. If it wasn't for small business, there would be a lot more unemployment in New Zealand. So when you see that small businessman, pat them on the back, because they're one of the hardest working people in New Zealand. Madam Chair.